On behalf of Indira Gandhi National Open University, myself, Subhashish Maji, Professor in Mechanical Engineering of School of Engineering and Technology of Indira Gandhi National Open University, today discussing a very important topic, that is customer relationship management. This topic is from the block BEE 003. This is one of the course in ACPDM program. In our earlier lecture, we have discussed about the aspects of management. In the earlier lecture, we have discussed in detail the aspects of management, the four important elements of management: planning, controlling, organizing, and leading. Today, we are discussing a very important topic, that is customers relationship management. Now, let us see what exactly the meaning for customer relationship management. Customer relationship management is the process of managing detailed information about individual customers and carefully managing all customers' encounters with the company so as to maximize customer satisfaction and loyalty. Customer relationship management plays a vital role for keeping the customers as loyal customers for that organizations. If you take the examples for power sector, the power utilities, what customer actually needs? They need power should be supplied round the clock, 24/7. There should not be any interruptions of power supply. At the same time, the quality of the power has to be as per specifications. Now, the quality of power depends on voltage as well as frequency. In India, we use the electrical power having frequency 50 Hz. So, the frequency has to be within the range, say for example, it should be within the range of 49.5 Hz to 50.5 Hz. And at the same time, the voltage has also to be maintained what is required for our domestic purpose, that is 230 volt and 40 volt for power units. Now, you all know that power is being generated at the power station, and the power is being generated generally 11 kilovolt. It is being transmitted over a long distance by keeping the voltage up and current low with the help of a step-up transformer, and after that the electricity is distributed to the customers. There may be some large customers who needs high voltage electricity like cement factory, steel industries. They may need the power at a volt of 200 kilovolt or 132 kilovolt that is required for the large industries. But for domestic purpose, we need electricity at the voltage around 230 volt, and also for power machineries we need 400 volt. Now, the customer's satisfaction should be there. If power is being supplied as per their requirement, there should not be any interruptions. If there is any power failure or any maintenance, then that has to be informed to the customers well in advance, so that the customer should be prepared that for a particular duration of time, power will not be available. But during the time, if there is any fault, that has to be rectified with skilled workers. Now, today we will confine ourselves how to maintain customer relationship management for an organization to to keep the customer happy. We have to do it because when customers purchases any product from any organizations, say for example air conditioner, and after purchasing there is an expectation how the machine will function, and if their actual performance is more than their expectations, then we can say the customer is satisfied for that product. Nowadays, customer relationship management plays a vital role for any organizations because there are a lot of competitions. Say for example, there are small cars, medium-sized cars, or highly sophisticated cars. Now, for any company who are supplying a small cars, the customer who are purchasing for a particular car from a particular company, they have to be satisfied, and so that they will tell to their friends or relatives about that product, and definitely the company's goodwill will enhanced. Now today we will confine ourselves on customer relationship management. See, understanding the concept of customer value and customer satisfaction. Now, customer satisfaction, that means the service performance must be greater than or equal to customer expectation of the service. So the product should be as per the expectation, the performance of the product should be as per the expectation of the customer. Now, for a power utility, what should be the customer expectations, or how we can enhance the customer's relationship management? Be accessible. When there is any problem, the end users should have easy accessible to the authorities to express their problems to the authorities, so that the authorities can rectify the problem and the power should be available within no time. And do it right the first time. If there is any problem, you have to set right immediately. Meet your commitments, keep your promise. Very important. Tell the customer what to expect. Sometimes the customers expect more than what they deserve. That is also not possible. Be socially responsible and ethical. Follow up as often as necessary. Don't make the customer deal with poorly trained or ill-informed employees. Do what the customer asks for promptly. Be responsive to the customer needs and wants, and treat the customer courteously. That is also very important. Sometimes if the behavior of the person who is dealing to sort out the customer is good, then the customer gets some sorts of satisfaction. Now, customers' relationship management concept and elements. Let us discuss the basic elements of CRM, customers' relationship management. Setting up processes for regular communication with the customers, understanding and tracking customers' requirements regarding connections, metering, regular supply and complaint resolutions, etc. Effective systems for handling customer requirements regarding billing and collection procedures. In power utility sectors, that most of the customers are dissatisfied with the receiving of bills as well as for paying of the bill. Sometimes they receive the bill which is very high. In that case, definitely the customers will be unhappy. So, in that case, the authorities who are dealing with the customers must ensure for sorting out the problems immediately. Next one is setting up processes for regular communications with the customers. Regular communication is the basic building block of any customer relationship management system. Keeping customers informed of any short or long-term possible changes for a customer, though any news of change is usually bad news. Offering the customer a free news latest subscriptions so that the customers will be aware of the any changes which is there in that utilities. Now, asking customers if they want to be updated by email when changes are made in the company website. After every new sign up, following up with the customer to see if they are satisfied with the sign up, account activation, or service procedures. Creating a focus group of 10 to 12 most loyal customers to meet regularly and brainstorm on ideas and input on how to improve customer service. This is very important. So the management should create a focus group consisting of 10 to 20 loyal customers, and there should be regular meeting with that group, with the authorities, so that the people which are there in that group will suggest what are the improvements to be done so that the things should be very nice and as per expectations of the customers. Making it easy for customers to navigate the website, for example, by having a frequently asked questions. See, frequently, sometimes what happened that most of the consumers, they will ask the same type of questions. So their authorities, they are giving the same answers. So in that case, there should be a 10 or 20 frequently asked questions. We call it FAQ, and those questions and the probable answers have to be given in the website so that any person who is using the electricity can be satisfied with by seeing the frequent FAQ, that is frequently asked questions with answers. Using internet and company website to disseminate addition or large amounts of information, conducting face-to-face meeting to disseminate information that would benefit from instant feedback and an opportunity of discussion. So there should be frequent meeting with the people for which several problems we can solve. Understanding and tracking customers' expectation. A good CRM system, by creating opportunities for regular information flow between the customers and the power utility, enables the utility to keep track of what the customer expectations from the utility are and how they are changing. Nowadays, modern communications and information technology plays a vital role for effective use of this technique, the modern technique in customers' relationship management. Effective systems for handling customer requirement regarding connections, metering, regular supply. This is very important. Sometimes any users, they can ask for instant, say, bill. So in that case, recently automatic meter reading, this method has been already installed so that for meter reading, any tampering or any theft or damaging the meters is not at all possible, and the meter reading can be done automatically. And it is a two-way communications, and this can detect leakage and tamper, check the efficiency of meters, and also overcome the physical problems of reading meters in remote or inaccessible areas. Now, in most of the power utility sectors, they are facing a big problem. There are several losses. Sometimes the theft is occurring, people are tapping electricity, bypassing the meter, and a huge amount of loss is there in power utility. But what we have to do, we have to see that this type of things should not occur, because this will be a big loss for the organizations. And there are technical losses, there are commercial losses. Technical losses means when the power is supplied over a long distance, there is heat loss. That heat loss is expressed in I square RT, where I is the current, R is the resistance, and T is the time. So this is the energy loss due to the heat loss. And so we have to see that power is transmitted at a low current, low value of current. That's why when this power is being transported at the power generation sector, there is a transformer, we call it step up transformer. In that, power is equal to voltage into current, and if a low voltage high current is converted to high voltage low current with the help of a step up transformer, then if the current is low, then the technical loss or the loss due to the heat will also be less. But for other kind of loss, we say that it is a commercial loss. The theft, power theft, is a very important aspects for the power utility sectors or the organizations who are involved in power utilities. And somehow this is a big problem not only in India but all over in the world. See, effective systems for handling customer General objectives of such utility maintenance plans include the following: reduced utility and energy cost, control of inventory and assets, extending the life of equipment, increase the productivity, improved maintenance, responsiveness, improved facility appearances, reduced facility and personal liability risk, and anticipated scheduled maintenance. Now, there are two kinds of maintenance. One is preventive maintenance and second one is the corrective maintenance, which are generally used in power utility sector. Now, what is preventive maintenance? It is a scheduled maintenance. That means every fortnight there will be maintenance for the equipment. And it's fine. Okay. Every equipment will have a scheduled maintenance, so that every fortnightly or every month some maintenance work should be carried out for that particular machine, so that it will be in order and work perfectly, and so that there will be all the time power supply to the consumers. Corrective maintenance means if there is any fault in the system. So when there is a fault or unwanted noise comes out from the machine, then the maintenance people must attend immediately. They should Now let us discuss about the preventive and corrective maintenance to ensure effective and regular services. General objective of such utility maintenance plans include the following, that is reduced utility and energy cost, control of inventory and assets, extending the life of equipment, increase in productivity, improve maintenance, responsiveness, improve facility appearance, reduced facility and personal liability risk, and anticipated scheduled maintenance. Preventive maintenance means a scheduled maintenance, like the maintenance has to be carried out weekly basis or fortnightly basis or once in a month, and it has to be done regularly, and the management should not consider that it is an unproductive work. The management, if they pays full attention on the production process, at the same time they must give full attention on the maintenance work. Corrective maintenance means if any unwanted sound or any breakdown occurs while operating in the machine, then the maintenance people, they have to find out the fault, they have to rectify the fault, and they have to see that whether that particular part is working or not. And elements of utility maintenance plans should at the minimum target the following goals: assessing and minimizing risk, ensuring operation reliability, identifying equipment included in the program, ensuring testing, inspection and maintenance of critical components, providing utility system plans and layouts to personnel operating the systems, and investing utility failures and for the necessary corrective actions. Now, during the maintenance work, some spare parts are required, and the inventory control has to be such that any important spare parts which is required for the maintenance process has to be available all the time in the inventory. Now, providing training and education to all personnel responsible for the operation and maintenance of the system, developing performance standards for personal equipment operations, maintenance and repair, and developing emergency procedures, detailing the initial response to utility features. Now, the persons, those who are in the maintenance department, they have to be properly trained so that they can perform the maintenance work as per the requirement, and the machine should be as good as the first time when it was used and as good as a new one, so that there should not be any breakdown while working in the system. Now, three general guidelines which are very important: that maintaining the utility system equipment as close to brand new conditions as possible, and having all equipment ready to start up and run with no unplanned shutdown. So, if there is, why the shutdown or problem occurs? Because sometimes there is a breakdown in the machine. But if we perform the maintenance work with skilled maintenance persons, then the machine will work as a brand new equipment, and there will be less possibility for any fault of the machine while in process. Completing all preventive and predictive maintenance work on a regular schedule basis without exceeding the point of diminishing return on investment for the labor, tools and material required to perform the work, and viewing the preventive maintenance work as required constant work practice that are just as important to the production process as any other functions. So we should not feel that any maintenance work is an unproductive work. It is very much required for smooth production process or smooth supply of electricity to the end users. Now, breakdown maintenance means how to perform the breakdown maintenance. Diagnosis the problem to locate the failed parts or otherwise satisfactorily assess the cause of the system failure. And this is only possible if there are skilled, expertise maintenance people or they are in the maintenance department. Repair and or replacement of faulty components. This is very important, that sometimes any component there is a slight damage, so we can repair it. Otherwise, we can replace it with a new one. So this is very important, when to repair and when to replace that particular component. Verification of the repair action to verify that the system is again successfully operating. That means after the corrective or breakdown maintenance is finished, then we have to see whether the machine is functioning. So we must have a trial run for running that machine so that we can ensure about the functioning of the machine properly. Now, ensuring call center responsiveness. Main customer service concerns to be handled by a call center representative include the following points: that problem with service, meter reading, bill collection systems and illegal connections, lack of information about the utility services or institutional setup. These are all very important. Sometimes the customers are not aware about some information. Then they can get all these informations from the call centers, and the call center, the representative has to be well aware of all new facilities to be provided to the customers, and for any problem with regard to the meter reading or bill collections or bill submissions, the call center experts must give satisfactory answer to the customer so that their customer satisfaction will increase. That is the motto for customers relationship management. Now, public awareness, involvement and participation is very important. Problems with bills which might be inaccurate and difficult to read. Sometimes bills are such that it is very difficult to read, and printing of the bill is not proper. So in that case, the bill should be such that one can read the bill very easily without any difficulty. Then service problem, which may result in high bills and customer assistance for meeting payment obligations. Now, effective complaint resolutions and grievance redressal. There may be several complaints from the customers, but that complaints are to be attended by the people who are there in the call center, and the immediate action should be taken so that customers' satisfaction will enhance. Customer complaints can provide valuable insight into what the customer is looking for and what areas in the company need to improve, as they provide customer feedback and facilitate implementation of improvement plans, form a vital means of measuring performance and allocating resources to tackle the deficient areas in a business. Customer satisfaction surveys and customer index for effective CRM. Customer satisfaction measurement, that we call it CSM. Customer satisfaction measurement is a management information system that continuously captures the voice of the customer through the assessment of performance from the customer's point of view. Now, most of the power utility authorities are leveraging the power of information and communication technologies so that the customers should get the correct answers and their problems are satisfied with the use of information and communication technologies, and the customers are satisfied. The objective of organizing a customer satisfaction survey is to have a fairly representative idea about what makes the customers happy or unhappy about our own services. Now, for that, we may have to float a questionnaire or for the survey, and the design of the questionnaire should be such that it should be easy to fill the survey form, and there we can use the Likert scale so that if some question is like that, are you satisfied with the supply, then the options will be there: extremely good, very good, good, poor, or extremely poor. So just the people who are filling the forms for the survey, they just have to tick the form for a particular question, and the question should be that language should be user friendly, and the persons who is filling the survey form should not face any difficulty, especially for the language. Now, it is therefore important to select a sample that is representative of the population that we intended to study, design a questionnaire that is easy to follow and does not take a lot of time or effort to fill up. As far as possible, we must use attitudinal scales to capture the real extent of customer response on the given issue. Use simple and understanding language in the questionnaire to ensure that the respondent takes the same meaning of a question that we intended. Use analysis techniques that enable us to correlate customer variables with their behavior and satisfaction or dissatisfaction responses. Developing and using customer index. Actually, previously we are having, that is some kind of CA, that is customers identification number. That time the data was not so big, but now it is, since the data is enormous, there are a lot of people are using electricity and a lot of data have to be dealt. So for that, we must have customer index number. So development of consumer index involves constructing a unified customer database with linkages to the overall consumption data of the company, such that access to the complete consumer profile can be enabled by using a single entry through the consumer index. So consumer index plays a vital role for getting all the data with regard to the particular customers who are using the services and using the unique identification number of each consumer. Now, what should be the information which we get with the help of this consumer index? So, ideally, a consumer index should be linked to overall database of the DISCOM, that is distribution company, so that it can provide the following information about the customer. So, name and address of the customer, telephone number, mobile number, category of consumer, and connected load. How much load is there for a particular consumer? And distribution network location, that means for any customer is located at a particular location. So the locational information has to be there as in the database system. Distribution, transformer location, feeder location, and substation location. These are all very important, that when a customer make a call to the customer centers giving customer index number, so immediately all the informations will be available for the persons who are there for solving the customers' say problems. And billing and collection details, such as details of past meter reading, bills raised, collection details, and data of pending bills. So these details should be also available online, so that the customers will be able to know that what is the status for the bill payment of that particular customer. And customer complaints, and this information is also very important, that customers might have lodged several complaints, but whether the complaints are solved or not, or the satisfactory answers given for that particular complaint, that is also very important. So that also should be linked with the consumer index. There is complaint details including complaint number, details of the complaint job assignment, indicative date of redressal, and status of complaint rectification, status of updating the consumer about his or her complaint, and complaint closure details. So this is also very important, that suppose some consumer lodge a complaint, and the receiving of the complaint and the closure of the complaint, these records have to be there in the database system. Now, today we have discussed the topic that is called customer relationship management. Now, in this lecture, we have discussed importance of customer relationship management, types of maintenance like preventive maintenance or corrective maintenance, and customer satisfaction surveys, and importance of company's website and customer index. So we have discussed all these points in the unit 2, and in the next class we will take up a new topic, that is customer involvement and participants, with this series of lecture. In that you will understand what are the importance of customers involvement and participations, how the customers involvement improves the system and make the organizations as customer centric, and most of the customers will be loyal customers, because if the organizations provide all facilities and make the customers happy or satisfied for their products and services. So thank you very much. Today we have finished this topic. Next class we will meet you again with a new topic, that is customer involvement and participants. Thank you very much.